All right. So today we're going to be talking about Google Slides and more specifically using Google Slides to create an editable document from a PDF. One of the things that we're running into is, a lot of teachers want to assign the PDFs inside Google Classroom, but kids aren't familiar with Cami or one of the editing tools. So is a way to take it and put it into Google Slides and allow kids just to type in the answer using a PDF in Google Slides. So I'm going to teach you a couple little tricks here that hopefully will make this a little bit easy to understand. The first thing I'm going to do is use what's called the Windows snipping tool, and you can get to that um, by coming down on the menu to snip and sketch right here. And if you open that, you get this little guy right here. We're going to do a new snip, and it lets you choose a rectangle, different things you choose. I'm just going to do a rectangle because I wanted to get the exact size of my document. And I'm going to drag down just like that. And it snips then the document basically as a picture. Okay. Now what I want to do is save it. So I'm going to come up here. There's a little save disk up in the upper right. I'm going to save it. I'm going to call this one test. And I'm going to save it as a JPEG right here. Make sure and then it's a photo basically of that PDF. Okay. So I'm going to save that to my desktop called test. And now I've got that document on my desktop. It's a picture of that PDF. Okay. That PDF, by the way, is from one of the sixth grade PDFs that's going out to parents. So it gives you an idea. I pulled that right out there. Now I'm in Google Slides. Okay. For those of you who have never used Google Slides, the easy way to start a new one is right up here and clicking on Slides, or you can go to your Drive and click plus and Google Slides right here to create a new one. Okay. I always recommend, just for Drive management, that you create the document in the folder that you want it to be in. Okay. So I went into a folder called test. I would create my new Google Slides from within that folder. It just makes it easier for management of your Drive. Okay, so I've got this this slide right here. I opened up a Google slide and I named it up here in the corner. I called it test. And you'll see that it's got a couple things where you can normally add titles and stuff. I want to get rid of those boxes. So I'm just going to click on the edge and hit delete, hit the delete key, and those boxes will disappear. The other thing you'll notice is this is not the right page setup for a normal document page. This is set up like a Google Slides, and so the page is wrong. So I'm going to go to File and go to Page Setup. Okay. And I'm going to click on the little down arrow and go to Custom. This will allow me to select the size of the document, and I want it to match basically a piece of paper. So I'm going to make it 8.5 by 11. That way, if it needs to be printed or whatever, it's going to match the same dimensions. And I click Apply. Now you'll notice that my Google Slides looks more like a piece of paper. Okay. Now I have saved the picture on my desktop that I took of the PDF. And I'm going to click on Slide now, and I'm going to go to Change Background, because really what I want to do is have this slide represent or match that photo. So I don't want the kids to be able to move it. If I just come and insert it, it's movable, and I don't want the kids to move it. I want to make it the background so that it can't be moved. So I'm going to change the background, and I'm going to select an image, and I'm just going to say upload that image. Since it's on my computer, I could have stuck it in my Google Drive and grabbed it out of there, but I have it on my desktop at the moment, and it's called Test. I'm going to upload it in, and basically now that photo is my background. Okay, so now I'm looking at this, what was a PDF, turned it into a photo, and now I've put it on as the background of my Google Slides. Okay, now I want the kids to be able to write on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a text box right up here, and I'm going to put type here. So now the kids will see a little thing type here. They can click and actually just fill that in. Okay. And I can keep inserting text boxes all over the page everywhere I want. I can go to insert, text box, come right down here for the first answer and put type here. And the kids then would see all those little spots where they're type here, and all they have to do is click, and it'll give them a fill in box. Okay, now I don't want to keep inserting text box if I don't have to. So I used a little shortcut, Control C to copy. I highlighted the text box just like this. I hit Control C, then I hit Control V, and it pasted it, and I just moved it. So now I'm just going to hit Control V again since I've copied it once. I'm going to grab the text box and just that time it didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. Type here. Let's try this again. I'm going to grab the text box, hit Control C, and hit Control V, and it should give me a second text box that I can just drag down to the other spot. Okay. I must have copied the inside instead of the outside. So whenever you grab it, you want to make sure that you're not inside but on the outside edge. Control copy, Control V for paste, and now I've got a second text box that I can just drag down. And I can keep doing that until I have a text box on the entire page. And then I have an actual document where the kids can click in each of these and put their answer in. They can just type it in. And I can go finish this up so that the entire document has little text box, either Control C and Control V for copy and paste, or just insert text box and draw it in where you want it, and then type inside, type here. Okay, and I can do that over the entire page. And then when I put this into Google Classroom for the kids from my drive, this would be something that the kids would be able to type in and fill in the answers. And basically, I started with a PDF. I snipped it with a Windows snipping tool. I then saved it as a photo. I changed the Google Slides so the background matched that of a piece of paper. I put the image as the background, so the image itself, if I come here and click, it doesn't drag like it would a photo or where you insert an image into the document. You can't move it around because it's the background. Okay. And then I've inserted text box everywhere I want the kids to type. Okay. Remember that Google saves automatically. So this is now in my drive, just like this with here, name test, and I could go inside Google Classroom and just hand this out for kids to do. So it's a nice, easy way to take a PDF, which is not super user friendly for kids, and turn it into something that the kids would be able to figure out how to put in their answers and make it easy inside Google Classroom. I hope this helps you out, and hopefully you learned something new and are able to use it.